Hey, so today I want to talk about something that could hit your wallet, and honestly the whole direction of the country, pretty hard. I'm talking about the fight over the 2017 Trump tax cuts, and if they're going to stick around or disappear. Let's rewind a bit. Back in 2017, Congress passed a huge tax cut package championed by then-President Donald Trump. But here's the catch, those tax cuts weren't meant to last forever. They had an expiration date baked in, kinda like milk in your fridge, thanks to some budget rules that made the math work out, at least on paper. And now that expiration date is creeping up, and the debate about what to do next is heating up in Washington. Right now, Republicans in Congress are pushing hard to make those tax cuts permanent. They're arguing that if those cuts go away, tax rates for everyday Americans are going to shoot up overnight. And the numbers back that up, at least for a lot of middle-class families. For example, the Tax Foundation estimates that if these cuts expire, a married couple with 2 kids earning $165,000 a year would pay about $2,400 more in taxes. A single parent with no kids making $75,000, that's another $1,700 a year. And a single parent with 2 kids earning $52,000 would see an extra $1,400 tax bill. For a lot of folks, that's not chump change, but it's not just about numbers. Democrats are not on board with making these cuts permanent. Their main argument? These tax breaks help out the wealthy way more than everyone else. They're saying, look, the richest Americans and big corporations got the biggest slice of the pie, while working families only saw a little boost. So for them, locking these cuts in forever doesn't seem fair. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some Republicans are actually floating the idea of raising taxes on the wealthy or on corporations to help pay for extending the tax cuts for everyone else. There's even talk about sweetening the deal with things like eliminating taxes on tips for food service workers or getting rid of taxes on overtime pay, and maybe, just maybe, restoring the state and local tax deduction, which is something a lot of folks in high-tax states really care about. But nothing's set in stone yet. There's a ton of wrangling going on behind the scenes. Republican leaders in the House, like Speaker Mike Johnson, are working to hammer out a bill and get enough votes to pass it. Their goal? Get this done by Memorial Day to avoid confusion for taxpayers, and to keep the markets from freaking out. So what happens if Congress can't agree? Well, those tax cuts will start to expire and most Americans will see their tax bills go up. Plus, it'll be a huge campaign issue in the next election. Trust me, you'll hear about it non-stop. Here's the bottom line. Whether you're for or against the Trump tax cuts, there's a lot at stake. The decisions Congress makes over the next few months could shape your take-home pay, your family's finances, and the whole economy for years to come. So, keep an eye on the headlines, and maybe check your own tax bracket, because what happens next, it's going to matter for all of us. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.